Hello and welcome to S-Factor Labs. My name is Samuel Ray, also known as Dr. Sam, and today we're going to be looking at the Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon Showcase live. I have no idea how long this is going to be. I don't know anything about really what's going to be in it, but I happen to be able to watch this as it airs. So I figured, why not record live while watching it and see what happens. The game comes out in actually in exactly a week from the time of recording, or just a day less. So I will be playing it for the first time probably on Saturday the 26th. Or who knows, maybe the 25th. We'll see. And here we go. Or never mind. Looks like we still have to wait 15 minutes. So I'm going to just pause the recording and wait until the video continues. And once it begins, then we will check this out. So are they starting out with the trailer we've already seen? Perhaps?
We're close.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like so far. The story trailer.
Handler Walter verified.
I cannot wait until this game comes out. So close. Literally less than a week. This is absolutely going to be my main game for a while. I'll be playing through the campaign and taking part in PvP with the viewers, especially when I'm streaming. So if you like the idea of showing off your builds on my stream, then feel free to come on by on the weekends. Especially the first few weekends after the game comes out, I'll definitely be playing this as my main focus. Game looks so good. All the different weapon types, the lance type weapon, the dual blade type weapon. I'm loving the seeming variety that we're going to have access to. Take these borrowed wings. Okay, here we go.
Play from some very special guests.
Okay, live gameplay.
Ever live showcase of the game's exhilarating PvP mode.
Nice.
In the studio, we have Ouroboros,
Oh,
Fighting
okay.
Cowboy, and the staff of Armored Core Legacy's program. Before we dive
Vati
in,
Video.
let's take a look at our schedule for today
Okay.
to see what's in store. To
Yeah,
set the stage,
they're
we'll
big-
begin with discussion around the story
big
of
creators.
Armored Core with Vati. Next, let's enjoy the show.
Yeah, okay, so they got some bigger content creators who've been covering Armored Core since the announcement, and been covering Armored Core since before 6 was announced, and who have come from the From Software
Hello and welcome, Vati.
community,
We all know you
like
are From Software
the Dark Souls and
expert.
stuff,
How do you
like
think Armored Core 6 appeals
like Vati here.
to From Software?
Even in this game,
Yeah,
you can
building
still
your mech is a
fundamentally
big part
change
of
your
it.
mech on such a core level, and I think they'll sort of have a leg up on the
I know in my
competition
play
that
of
regard. But I hope new
the
fans
older
get a
games
chance,
like
even though it
3
can be
and
a little
4,
overwhelming.
building my mech
It's obviously
to
very different from
meet
something like
the
Elden Ring, but it still feels
objective
like a
of the
From
current
Software
mission,
game, you know?
almost like a puzzle.
You know it's going to be challenging, but
That for the last, what was it, half a year at this point. So it was announced at the Game Awards, which was late last year. A little more than half a year. And they've been really cryptic with what the story is of these games. Definitely trying to give us little tidbits of information, but keep it cryptic enough that as we play through the game, we'll have to piece together the story ourselves. Very From Software fashion of storytelling. They don't hold your hand through the story like most AAA games do. So I'm gonna have fun theorizing and trying to piece together the story with those of you watching, both on stream and in videos. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That way you can take this journey with me, because this is going to be exciting. And you know, it's a high profile game that I'm actually excited about before it got widespread, you know, notice. So definitely going to stay on this train. They've always had top-notch cinematics too, and they don't do it on the highest of budgets. Like, yes, From Software is a big developer, but they don't always have they don't often have the budget of your first-party Sony and Microsoft studios.
Wow.
Recognizable now, for sure. You can see a
Also,
lot of bosses from the early parts
what
of
he
the
has
game.
on his screen has to be
There's
some
the
sort of a hint or
Tribunal,
clue to something.
Altaeus, and also the big helicopter is the AC that's
It almost looks like a
fighting
floor
during it. Oh,
plan
no, that's a different trailer, actually.
or a map.
No, this is the trailer. There's an AC that's fighting in that trailer, and I think its name is Nightfall, and I think it might also be the probably look out for that. And it's cool to
okay.
look back and
So it's like
all
with
these little
Armor
things.
Core 4 and 4 Answer, where you had White Glint in those cinematics, and you did not play White Glint. White Glint was a character you could interact with, fight alongside or fight against, depending on your choices in the story.
And we noticed you commented,
Which we're going to see this weekend when I finish playing through Armor Core 4 Answer. Why does this look different? Oh, never mind, it's that. Okay, it's the story trailer now. And I just love the visuals. Now, this stream is a little bit crushed, as they often are during showcases from Japanese publishers, which, you know, Bandai Namco is based out of Japan, and I think they stream at a lower bitrate to make sure that it can get to everyone. Everyone can watch it without a lot of buffering. They'd rather have stability over fidelity, which is kind of the way I stream, so I get it. It still looks great. And there are 4K versions of the trailers on the Bandai Namco channel. But yeah, if you notice here, there's a person on the table they're operating on, and they say wake it up, so they see the pilots as things, as tools to be used. They don't view you as human. Which is interesting because they're referred to as hounds, yet even then most people refer to dogs as he or she, you know? But they said wake it up, so even less dignity given than a pet. Went in and just used that burst. Didn't have his arm weapons or anything. Okay, because it said what happened to 617 and the rest. So that makes a lot more sense. Do a kamikaze attack to take out that laser tank thingy. And then I theorized when they released this trailer that it seems almost like some sort of a neural uplink, or they like literally transmit or transfer your consciousness into the armored core, which would
Vati, you are very
contribute
knowledgeable
to
about this
them not
series.
treating you
What
as
are some
human
final
anymore.
thoughts you have on Armored Core 6?
I'm so into this.
And that's what I did
process
too.
of sort of fine-tuning your mech to be perfectly suited for
I
the
said,
missions, and
if
I
Armored
love
Core
the
6
complete
gets
world.
announced as it was
There's just
rumored
this
to
really
be,
distinct vibe that
then I would
Armored Core has
dive
that I
into the
really hope,
series.
new
And so I did.
fans can come in and discover, because I think a lot of the old fans have been talking about this stuff for a while. So
But I am a fan
it'll
of
be exciting
mecha
to see people
for a
sort
long
of
time, so it's
break
right up
into
my
a
alley.
new genre almost, from what I've seen. So I think Armored Core 6
Yeah.
can really.
This
give a
was what
boost to that
FromSoft was
whole
working on before they
metal
even made the Dark Souls
I feel like
series.
the whole time you were talking, Vati, I told hearing your insights about the world of Armored Core.
Okay, so
Sure,
who's
thank you
next?
so much.
Fighting Cowboy, probably? Or Ouroboros? Onboarding. So, new player information?
Pilot onboarding. I am joined by the
Okay,
experienced
it's
Armored
both of
Core
them.
pilots, Ouroboros and Fighting.
The level of customization and testing out different leg types and different weapons.
I like how
is
everyone's
very
kind of
visceral
dressed
and
up,
heavy still,
like
which I think is a
formal or
big thing that
semi-formal,
kind of
and then
sets
this man
Armored Core
here,
apart from a lot of
he's just
other
got the shorts and
mech
tank
games.
top.
It's fast, but I don't know, it feels good. It's very visceral.
You feel like you're doing some damage in them.
And that's
right?
good.
So that's
Mechs
really
should
awesome.
feel heavy in a game like
Today
this.
we'll be doing more than just sharing impressions.
You know?
Let's get into some gameplay.
You gotta feel like you're
Oh,
piloting a
Fighting Cowboy
multi-ton
Ouroboros, what
hunk
would
of
you
metal.
say are some key strategies
Not a
that
person
viewers
with
should
the
keep
skin
an
of a
eye
mech
on
over
while
it.
playing, Armored Core?
I think that's one of the
okay.
issues people had
So,
with
the
Gundam
main thing is
Evolutions.
that
It just felt like
customization,
Right.
you know,
Overwatch
changing out
with
parts,
Gundam
your
skin.
AC, your build, and the biggest game.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Mhm.
There's a couple different types of legs. Bipedal are like the standard mech, jump in the air super high.
Reverse turns also
Quads,
give
or
more
tetrapods, they call them in this
air
game,
mobility.
allow you to hover now in the air,
Ooh.
and you're gonna.
Okay, live gameplay.
What's happening, y'all? My name is Fighting Cowboy. Assembly I'm running with for this mission briefly.
Okay,
We are
he's
working
using a
with
quad
pretty
leg.
well-balanced AC here. We have the Curtis, a Gatling gun. This just gives me,
Of
being
course,
able to take
Gatling
down
gun.
multiple weaker targets. A lot of good stagger build up waiting to see. This thing just it hits.
Oh,
like a
yeah.
truck. You can charge and do some massive damage with this.
But limited
Very
uses,
friendly weapons. This is
usually.
definitely become one of my favorites. Besides, dive in, and we can see that this is basically 130 to 260. So I have a good meter range on enemies.
That's
We also
nice.
work with
You
assault
can look at the
armor,
more
so you'll
detailed
see
stuff like that.
Otherwise, let's jump in and sort it.
Or an explanation of what things do without it being just a wall of numbers.
There's actually a pretty rich story here, but that's definitely something I want to let.
Now, quad legs used to be just mainly for higher load capacity. Higher load capacity for the weapons you could carry, and not needing to crouch to use your back weapons. However, in this game, it gives you enhanced hover capabilities, so they expanded upon what the quad legs can do. Which I think is pretty cool, actually. The ability to hover in place without using up boost energy. It's really nice. Or maybe it was boost energy? It's hard to tell. It looked like he was hovering without using boost energy. Yeah. Odds let you hover without using up your boost energy. Pretty awesome, actually.
Is on the radar. If you look at the bottom of the screen there,
It's firing out scan pulses to
they
get
may be down below.
radar reads on enemies. I think the radar is behind where his webcam is. And yeah, Armored Core is a game where you're not going to be able to avoid taking damage. So having decent armor is usually pretty crucial.
Your rifle shots.
Like, you may be overpowered compared to the basic jobber enemies,
Going in, definitely something that I've been.
but if you play recklessly, you can still get your health melted, because they outnumber you.
So right back here, you can see I'd be closer to the target to really get any damage that you want to get in.
2 repair kits remain.
So that definitely makes for an interesting dynamic. Okay, so the characters speak during gameplay, which is good. That's something they added in, what do you call it? Armor Core 5 and Verdict Day. It just didn't often speak much in the games before that.
It's so hard. I love
Can't
it.
be beat, it gets beat immediately. That's fine.
There, work our way. There's a whole bridge we can
Size of
take
this
here.
level, though.
Some stuff back there, but we're gonna end up doing. There's some MTs we can get first, so let's
So there's a lot of
see if we can.
freedom in how you want to tackle each level.
So you can see they're unaware right now. Oh, not quite.
Ooh. He took a hit for trying to stealth up to him. Which is interesting considering he's a big old stompy mech. Okay, did the burst. There's too many of them. Getting attacked from multiple directions. So I guess that did instant stagger to both of them. Giving them a little bit of breathing room. Ooh. Hey, wait, he was down in the 3000s in AP and then he just healed. Okay.
Missing that one MT. This is kind of tucked away back there.
Ooh.
Just barely missing that.
Okay. Yep, just hold down the triggers on those rapid fire. Oh, that was an interesting kick attack. Using the quad legs, spun him for like a helicopter kick. That's cool. Ah, there is the killing blow with the slow-mo.
So definitely got whatever we can.
He's gonna have to play very safe. Like I said, you can still die to the basic jobbers because it's really hard to avoid taking any damage. You're going to take hits no matter what your build. Even if you have the fastest but squishiest build, you're going to take hits. Me personally, I've kind of found that in these games, I actually like to go with slightly more heavily armored rather than fast armored cores. Which is interesting because usually I err on the side of mobility over defense. But armor core is a bit different, so you'll get to see a different side of me. I tend to go for like higher mobility, medium range kind of play. But in this game, I tend to go a little more heavy armored and higher caliber weaponry. What, does he have to stay in range? Oh, he had to stay in range.
Now that we're in,
Well, technically, you could try to hack that if you can
extra careful. The last thing we want to do
stay
is
close to it
pop
while
an
fighting.
explosive or something.
But then you'll take more hits if you go for that.
Environment. You can see this guy will take him out fast here under the grate. That good old from soft trickery.
Oh, hey. Okay. Ooh.
Oh god!
Okay.
Almost got me with his little dagger.
He thought that one was dead, but he
This is
didn't
now a survival run.
He didn't check.
365 AP.
to see if it was dead first. That charge shot staggers real easily. A lot of startup. Very nice. Gotta get a little verticality. Probably should use the scan. Yep, right as I was saying it. Okay, we're seeing a chunk of the stage that was shown in the gameplay trailer. Okay, so they're not showing anything too terribly new. Which is good. I would prefer as little spoiler as possible. Okay, you see, he's playing super cautious now. Plus, he does not want to take much more damage.
I'll leave you all to discover that stuff on your own.
Okay, nice little preview. He's got to play safe and take them out as fast as he can. Less people firing at him, the less likely he is to take hits. He's got to be super efficient if he's going to complete this mission. I do wonder how...
Is officially out of ammo, but that could show off some punching.
Okay, so he purged the Gatling gun since it ran out of ammo, so now he can just use that arm to punch.
Around here, so we have, right, so no other enemies over here. Let's swing back around.
I do wonder, is he going to complete the mission or is he going to fail it? And is that planned or not? Yep, definitely use as much long-range weaponry as you can. Oh, he's at 150. Oh,
No! From
okay.
behind us.
Well, he failed. Wow.
So
Okay.
when you die in armor core, you're able to restart, supposed to get back up and try again.
Interesting, because in previous Armored Cores, if you die, you fail the whole mission. You possibly even would lose in-game currency. And then you either had to try the mission again,
Environmentals up top. I'm gonna go ahead and take
or
those
reload
odds.
your save, because in the older ones, generations 1 through 3, you literally could not, some missions would disappear after one attempt, whether you succeeded or failed, and you would lose money for repair costs and refilling your ammo, even if you failed the mission, and it could put you in the negative. But in this, it seems like they took a bit more of a hint from Armored Core 4. You don't really lose anything for failing missions, and the missions don't exactly go away, so you can retry it. But they went a step further and let you restart from a checkpoint instead of having to start over the whole mission. I bet you, though, dying greatly decreases your score and your...
So we've got a 2C 3000 record, so that's just going to be one of the really fun things about this. Is similar to some older entries in the franchise, we're able to find chests in certain levels that will give us parts we can collect.
That's cool.
Just a unique
Find
things
parts
that we
in
can buy
levels.
the shop, which is really cool.
Okay, cool. In the previous games...
On the door we have a boss, and right before that we would have, which right here, if you made it this far, you can go ahead and supply
Cancel.
all of your health back, all of your ammo, and you'll be ready to go into the boss.
Wow,
fresh.
my Google
But
speaker
here we are actually
totally
going
thought
to
I was
wrap
talking
things
to
up
it.
and pass it on to my good friend Ouroboros to try and tackle the boss.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that in. But yeah,
Oh man,
what was I
Fighting
saying
Cowboy
before that?
Demonstrated his amazing maneuverability
Definitely a
in his
little
AC.
easier
I was
in that
smiling
you
the whole
can
time. I kind of wanted him to
use
keep going,
the...
and I love that he demonstrated like
you
how
can
much
retry,
use
but
that
it'll probably
360 view.
decrease
Oh,
your...
he's here. Welcome back, Fighting
whatchamacallit.
Cowboy. I saw you
back.
smiling the whole time. I smiled when you smiled, actually.
You can
It's
probably
fun. It's hard to not smile.
reduce your...
I mean, I can't wait to play.
It
'cause
probably reduces
that was
your
fun to watch.
rewards
What
at the end of the
tips do you
mission,
have for
so
players who might not be used to
I
the
can see the
360
rewards being
degree
much greater when
movement?
you're...
So I think a big thing with Armored
You know,
Core is your leg types move very differently.
get
Your
through the mission
Ignis
without
joints give
dying
you a lot
even
of
once.
vertical mobility. Your tetrapod.
Fun. That is too much fun. That aspect
Now,
to me is just
like I said, in previous
Positive
games,
endless.
you
It really is. There's a
Yeah.
lot
you had
you can do with
to
the
And you can
customization.
restart the
like,
whole
I
mission from the
mean,
beginning. So
how
you
many,
had to build
you know,
your
ACs do you
AC
have,
to
like,
be
in
able
your
to
arsenal?
actually,
Personally, I have like
make it
14
through the
already.
entire mission beginning to end.
Oh,
But
man.
But we haven't gotten into like the meme ACs yet. We're just
since
focusing on
in
the
this
fun
game
ones.
the missions are
The decals,
longer,
I know that there's decals there.
there's
you
full
won't
decal
exactly be
colors,
able
different,
to
camos. You can
do
You
that
want to make something from
as
Gundam or
feasibly as in the older
Evangelion,
games,
go
where the missions
ahead.
were very
You wanna
short.
Make the edgiest, darkest AC. Go ahead.
Love that.
It's got to be the tank.
Thank you so much, Fighting Cowboy. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
see me,
Well,
I've
hopefully our viewers can
historically
try out some of
used
those tips
reverse
at
joints for
launch.
the vertical mobility
Alright, next
and
up, take a
quads
look
for
over at
the
Ouroboros as he picks up at the start
higher
of a boss
armor
fight with
and
this
load
smart cleaner.
capacity for heavier weaponry.
All right, so we're gonna pick off
And here
right
we go,
where
he's
Cowboy
using
left us off,
reverse joints.
right before the smart cleaner boss fight, which. But
Ooh.
we'll soon discover that staying a terrible strategy. As,
Yeah,
he
I'll
does
say.
a lot of close range damage. You do not want to be close to him ever.
Jeez, just ate a huge chunk of damage there. Ooh,
The stagger gauge is really low.
dude's almost
but
dead
we're
already.
almost dead here.
Okay, so a 2-hit melee. And in the previous games, melee was always just a single swipe. Or a stab, depending on what your legs...
And he got us.
Because your legs determine what
We're
your
gonna change
melee
our build
attack was.
to adapt to the situation. So I've just
Okay, they did that on
there's
purpose.
another lock-on point on top of him there, weak spot. So what we're gonna do is
Ah,
we're gonna
okay, yeah, this is
go
planned.
to assembly. After you die, you can go to play the entire game.
Of course, he's using black and green, which I think is his logo colors.
Is a huge aspect of this game. It actually saves us, so we'll equip that in the
Oh,
expansion
like a
slot.
once more kind of a thing.
So now we've
Or,
completely changed
for my
our mech. We've
Mega Man
equipped
Battle
2
Network
songbirds,
fans,
which are,
undershirt,
grenade
Navi
cannons,
customizer.
which, as you can see, does a lot of damage here. It's going to be pretty
Survive
good, I
with
think,
like
for the boss.
a short, a
Let's
small
go back
amount
in
of
with a
HP
revised mech and see how we do.
on taking a killing blow.
A new strategy this time. We're going to try to... So as you can see, right over his attack, right to his weak spot.
Mmm.
Now we still got to be careful and light him up.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so with the bosses, if you can find their weak points
Best tip I
and
can
build
give
your
for the smart
AC
cleaner
to
is stay away.
exploit
You need to
them,
stay away from him. His cleaves, his sweeps are nasty.
then you can make short work of.
We'll see about that, Carla. But as you can see,
Ooh.
that was close.
That was
You
a
gotta
super
be
close
careful.
dodge.
Actually, we gotta back up and conserve our energy because they're quite low at the bottom there. Ooh.
Ouch.
Wow. All right. Trying to back up, reposition.
He just keeps
and
body
hover
checking
in
them.
the air, and then we're gonna try to. This is it. Just
Jeez.
destroying in this run.
Oh, yep. And now
This goes to show, like, you know, different ACs can handle different
Ooh.
situations a lot
that
better
did a huge chunk of
than,
his health.
so other builds will.
And it stunned him.
So the best advice diving in is to try
The shots to the
adapt
face don't do
if
a
you're
whole lot of
having trouble.
damage.
Also, we are having trouble. We're gonna float
Okay,
up
but if
and
you
try to
notice,
finish him here. There we go. We got
okay,
the
that does a
stun.
lot more
We got
damage.
direct hit damage.
Yeah, because when you're staggered, you do bonus
Oh,
damage.
I went for the finisher. I'm doing it again. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect kick finish. Enjoyed that gameplay.
Ooh,
And we'll see you soon.
A
for
little
some
awkward.
PvP
Seeing
action
the explosion
for
from
World
directly
First.
under it. But yeah, those shots into the stack
Oh my gosh,
were doing a lot more
really
damage.
got me on
But
edge
then
with that
hitting
one,
those,
especially with
like
the
if
chip
you
damage and
weren't
everything. It
directly
was
above
just
it, they were ricocheting off of the
amazing.
armor. Nice little touch
The
there.
efficiency was astronomical, and I love that he actually changed up his
So
build.
yeah, no, this is looking fun.
And he's here right now.
I mean,
I love that.
learning
And you
bosses,
explained everything
building
so
your
well.
Yeah, thank
armor
you.
core
know,
to,
we know
take
that this
care
is
of
a
it, to deal with
philosophy
it
of observe and learn.
effectively. That's part of the
common
fun.
DNA of From Software game.
For the difficulty.
That shirt of his is
fair,
not
but
playing well
punishing.
with the bit rate of the
That's the main
stream.
thing.
It keeps
And
going
to me,
blurry.
I feel like that's super fun because
kinda
you can
funny.
just come in with different, ACs and then figure out
Every
what
time we
works
have
best for
any
you
kind of camera
Exactly.
movement or
and your
perspective
tactics, right?
change,
And I love that you told
the
all of
stars,
us, like,
the
what you were
starscape on
doing
his
each time.
shirt
So
just
that's
gets super
reassuring to
blurry.
hear. I noticed that the parts that you
You know. And that goes for all the customization in the game too.
I imagine
you know,
reverse
you
joint
have to
legs,
balance your
being able
grip
to
load
jump above it
with your energy output,
and
you've
get
really
out of the way
gotta,
if it attacks fast
balances
vertically
perfectly to make your Mac like
would help.
to
as
the
good as
T
it
of
can
what you
be.
wanted
Yeah.
to see that because you switched out. and
That'll
you
probably
knew
be
exactly
my
what to do,
approach,
and you
honestly.
went in and you conquered.
yeah.
You
Pull out
know,
the blade on the back of the garage
Mm,
as like a offhand thing. It's really
Right.
cool.
And I know
well,
that I was
stagger,
asking this
then go in.
to Cowboy.
Makes
What
sense.
was your favorite legs? I keep on talking about the legs because
No
that
better option. And I like to
Mhm.
be super quick, super nimble.
Yeah, normal
super lightweight.
human
That's my
joint
main play
legs
style.
are
I
the
mean,
fastest
you were
ground
pretty
movement
efficient.
usually,
Yeah.
well, you were pretty efficient. That was pretty fast. How to make it look? I think
especially
that
the ones with lighter
a
armor.
special thing in Armored Core 6.
The parts instantly if they have that part on
Oh,
it just works.
I love
Interesting.
that about it because the thing is, like,
I'll
I
probably
mean,
stick to buying my,
back then, you would
building
just
my
take a
own.
screenshot or something.
That's kind of cool
Yeah,
though.
I'm like,
Upload
oh,
it.
yeah.
That'd be a good way to
Exactly,
help those who
showcasing
may
your
be
build is,
struggling.
like, the
You could say,
coolest
hey,
thing.
here's a
It's
build
awesome.
that
Yeah.
might work. Try
I
it
also
out.
like that you can add the decals and then colorization
Let
and
them-
everything too.
Don't get me started on the custom
Right.
favorite part.
Okay.
So
Let them try out your build and see if it
so
helps
good.
make
You can,
a difficult
it's
part
classic, you can
any
pick any
easier,
color, but you
right?
can pick like any color. You can have you can add
Probably a
patterns
matte
and
finish.
Stuff. You can make it like rust. It just went absolutely ham this time.
Oh,
I am
so
so
it's
excited.
like car
Customization,
customizing in
it's
racing
awesome.
I
games.
have this idea because Armored Core obviously has model kits. I'm thinking I
I'll
can
have to be
make a
I'll have
model
to do
kit
my
that's exactly like the one I have in
aesthetic
That would be
customizing
so-
off
game. You know what I
stream.
mean? I mean, you could do
Definitely
that
off
too.
stream.
You could do that.
I would
but then
treasure that
we
forever.
might have
Good
It's
luck.
okay.
Good luck, cowboy. That's what I have to say. Good luck.
okay.
It's
Well,
trying
I
to
mean,
stoke
is
up
there
a
anything else
rivalry.
that you can tell the people at home that is watching right now.
That's a word that goes around a lot.
Mhm.
And I can
Okay,
say that
I'm curious to see what he
this
says
is
about
Armored
this.
Core we know and love. This is and they nailed it. It
Yeah,
couldn't
because
be
the
done
community
I
complained
mean,
a lot
just
about like
hearing
lock
that
on and
from
stuff,
you
but
Yeah.
everyone here
I'd
has
seen some
blown me
gameplay.
away because
And-
the last one I've played personally, and I really am excited because they do
okay.
take some
I was
elements
wondering, but she has
of,
played Armored Core in the
older games and
past.
put it into
That's
this
cool.
game,
Yes.
which I think is.
That's so cool.
I'm just
Yeah, I wanted to get the
think that,
collector's
I
edition,
do want to
but
ask
unfortunately,
you, are
around
there
the
any
time I
tips
would
and
have
tricks for
had
this game
to
in particular that you
pre-order
can
it,
give
I
for
did not
fans,
have the funds.
that
I was in the
are
middle
new
of changing
to
jobs
this
and
game?
getting caught up on
the
certain
main thing that I
finances,
was
so
trying to go over
yeah.
in my gameplay segment is that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't in
change
the
your mech,
cards.
adapt.
see.
to the situation. You know, if something is
Maybe
taking
someday
a
in the
lot
future.
of damage from like a kinetic weapon, which are like stuff, and you'll be surprised how effective stuff.
Yeah,
Can be.
experimentation is the name of the game in Armored Core.
Geeking out, and I love
Yeah,
that.
I know, it's been fun.
That was
Thank you.
awesome gameplay, and good luck with the PvP.
Even more so than in Dark
Thanks so much for
Souls,
the
because
insights. With all that information
how
in
easy it
mind,
is to just
let's take
purchase
a quick
parts, sell
break
parts,
before we
swap them
come
out.
back to our awesome
No
PvP
respecking needed.
segment.
You just buy new parts, equip them, and change up your gameplay and stats completely. So, yeah, that's just the name of the game. They took that and then kind of applied it to Armored Core, to the Souls series and stuff. Alright, so we're going to take a little break here. I'm going to go get something to drink while we're waiting for this, and we'll resume recording once we get back into it. Alright, we are back. Time to see the PvP. I don't know if the PvP will be a main focus on my channel. Probably just a thing on the side, honestly.
Before we head into the frenzy of PvP,
So many events encapsulated.
Yeah, the Armored Core community is still very niche, kind of like the early days of the fighting game community.
You look at it too.
amazing Armored Core Legacy. I hope you guys
Oh,
last
snap.
forever. And I hope that
3
you
on
grow,
3?
Thank you.
especially now with this game here with us. That's important.
Okay,
For this
you know what?
showcase. And with that,
That
let's
changes
explain the
things.
format of what we will be seeing today.
Let's dive in.
In Armored Core 6, you can select from
If
1v1
we're gonna
or
have-
3v3.
And a 3v3 is a test of endurance with teams earning points over.
Okay, so they borrowed 3v3 from
Today, we
Armored
will
Core
be watching
5.
3v3 with
and
Ouroboros and Fight
Verdict
Cowboy
Day.
as team captains.
That'll definitely be more of the focus on my channel.
It's gonna have a Bandai Namco team members who are supporting each cap.
Our Armored Core Legacy players from Chang will be joining Ouroboros and Cleric will be on team.
I'll tell you what. Fighting
'Cause I'll be
Cowboy
honest,
Ouroboros specifically, we have this kind of
Team-based
bloodbath.
play, I think that'll just be more fun
Between them, there's this rivalry.
in general.
Players- Look, I've been listening to it all day. Yeah, you probably heard of some of this.
They're
Going for the blind side.
Trash talk has already started, and this is great because this brings back memories of the tournament scene. We
Yep.
do this same thing. Start
Gotta be
before,
aware of your
start before,
surroundings.
after, so I can't
This PvP side.
get to you about. I don't have like
Oof.
the meta build.
And he's done.
The main current thing, whatever flavor of the PvE you'd like using. get
Oh,
yours at.
Mace
It's
is
a-
rebooting?
Look, what's the worst outcome?
So it's
Sometimes you
just
can change your design
score the
and
most
actually go
KOs. You
back
get to
in.
revive.
So
Right.
a big part of PvP
Interesting.
is getting in
I expect it to be a one life per player kind of,
and I think that
ordeal.
getting over that own check mark in your own head is
where it's just about
key, really crucial stuff.
can you know, being the last person standing,
I think it's a footage
or
here.
team with the last person standing.
Fighting Cowboy running this tank, he's been an
Wonder if that'll be a rule set.
setting up here or trying
He's
to
a
get in
beefy
play.
dude in there.
He is a beefy dude. Beefy dude.
When he was talking about earlier.
Nope, he just got melted though.
Going down, taking the first down. Now, I gotta admit, if you were out, you were out. That was it.
Yeah,
Not
like I
really
said.
Get a timer, and the longer you stay alive, the more points you're actually worth. We're actually seeing
Oh.
at some of the strategies everybody's
Oh.
going down after putting out the assault
Wait,
armor.
the longer you're alive, the more points you're worth when you get KO'd. That actually will prevent teams from just targeting, you know, focusing down the weakest link on the team, because that person's going to be worth the least points. You actually want to take out the best player on the opposite team to get more points,
And all the parts that are moving right now, they're
which means the
controlling
worst
every
player on
single
the team
Exactly.
help
You know, now there is a
without being as much of a hindrance. That's actually real smart.
There's a list, kind of a canvas
I
of
like
parts we
that.
can use phase. We can't use everything.
Oh, I
But
see.
let me tell you what.
Also, no
everyone's putting
player-
the max use as far as the builds. We got lightweights, heavyweights, and everyone's come out with.
No
some
player
really
spends a
cool
lot of
designs.
time
I definitely want to play to some of the granular
the
things
action,
that are gonna be happening
unable to
here.
play.
That's right. You see that stagger bar building up.
It's who
Stagger.
wants to pay $60 for a game that you don't get to play for the majority of a match, right?
Fighting Cowboys.
That's just antithetical to the concept of a video game, in my opinion.
Love each other. I'm sure they love each other,
Well,
right?
not in my opinion. I mean, video games are meant to be played and meant to be enjoyed, so...
Got to speak to the. You can't. Sometimes you're not always in a
Oof.
position to take advantage of it. But
Wow.
good fortunes to be.
The visual noise, though, that's going to be crazy to try and make sense of in the middle of the
Kick
action.
in the blade, whatever you can to put your opponent down. 18-24 here.
Yeah, that looks cool.
There it is. And fighting Cowboy.
And it looked smooth. I didn't...
Vicious smile.
I wonder how the
That's a
netcode's gonna
crazy
be.
match. Like, that's our first PvP match. That's,
Man, you're not giving them the kind of fire support they need.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think that
Fall apart
all
like
these
that.
tips are going to be very critical. For
Pull
a
your
lot
own
of
weight,
people
but
playing,
like I
and
said
this
before,
might be the
the
first
system
time
makes
they're
it so
playing
that
an
the
Arbor game.
weak link
I
isn't
mean,
a
is there
huge
anything that you
detriment
can
because they're worth
possibly
less
give
points per
to our
KO.
viewers at home, like some tips, like as a new player?
Yeah. Own custom control layout. That's certainly what I've
Oh.
done. I have a variation of type
Okay.
controls. I like.
Usually it was just
I
A
do
and
that
B,
too, but, you know, let's join
and
our
usually
players
type B was more
because,
comfortable.
Back into another match here.
Yeah,
Got their emblems ready
look
to go.
at that.
Cleric
That's
by his
beautiful.
side in the white Graviton tank. And
Oh.
we got some green screen, the glitch in the matrix here.
They all got it thought out.
That's sick. The matching team colors.
Cheng here, ready live to kick off.
Gonna have to form an S-Factor squad, S-Factor Labs squad.
Live for AC6.
I still can't believe we're doing PvP today. This is insane.
This is
I know that my community. at
Okay,
home
so
is
here he's
freaking
taking
out.
more of a, I'm gonna stay above the action,
This is
try to rain down fire on them.
When you play, it feels weighty. It feels
Weight and
amazing.
half to your AC.
Yes.
Nice. Dude, that may be a style I would go for, actually.
Fighting Cowboy taking advantage of the new feature of quad for aerial now. Fighting Cowboy
Okay,
taking the
so
position.
actually, it's hard to tell.
Aerial assault,
He-
no, it's just raining
There,
down.
he wasn't exactly
They're taking
doing,
advantage of
like-
the 360 view. Like, look at that.
Absolutely.
You still do use a little bit of
Gets his energy set.
boost energy, it seems, while hovering, but it's much less
Hand back
than
into Ouroboros, who was
with all the
also
other
quad, running dual back
leg
guns instead of
types.
those dual rockets. He's got the
you
dual
drain
laser
that
cannons.
boost meter
Remember
pretty
going
fast
for
trying to
it,
stay
taking a
airborne,
serious
because then you have to like
So
feather
fantastic combo to set up
the thrust.
Huge damage. And speaking of huge damage, he was trying to use that barrier, using that
But
pole.
you always have to keep in mind of like how much you're using as a
Jeez, the amount of damage that
Okay.
burst did. It's crazy.
And there goes Cleric going down. Oro
Epic battle.
Okay, so that's nice. You don't, you can't stay in the air forever with the quad leg hover. Oof.
Down. Oh.
Somebody finally looking up and taking the quad out of the
Revenge
air.
though.
Flipping
You
the
know,
wing.
there's revenge moves so fast as
This
well.
this
It's fast, but it's not as fast as Armor Core 4, which is good. You can still kind of follow what's happening. Armor Core 4 was way too much. Like 4 and 4 Answers PvP, I've seen videos of it. They never stop quick boosting
once the game
around
comes out,
and
you already know.
just
People are just taking advantage of all the
flying around all at
customizable pieces
non-stop
they
breakneck
can do
speeds.
with their AC.
Oro
Oh,
taking his down
right.
heal. That's in PvE. You cannot use this
Oh,
in PvP. So
no
you have to use
heals.
the set of AP that you've got set up here.
There's only 10
Okay,
minutes
yep,
left.
no heals in PvP. That gets away, it does away with that concern that the community had. Okay.
Holding a substantial lead here. Fighting Cowboy taken to the skies again.
See, this one looks much less chaotic than the previous PvP match. Looks like this arena is a much more wide open space.
Smiling the whole time, so he's definitely
So it enables more of these types of strategies and stuff.
Aren't they though? I
when they're taking everyone down much, especially when he was talking about like
Nice.
how he likes his ACs, you know? He doesn't play around.
He does not.
No.
Important note here: when you use Assault Boost slash,
Ah, he was going
we're actually encouraged to do
for the
that.
boost kick.
You shave a little bit of damage you're taking yourself, but you also deal a little bit more damage.
Oh, while assault boosting, you have increased defense. Interesting.
Oh, I saw that.
Fighting Captain that pulse, getting back in the air.
So that definitely incentivizes using it to approach. That burst, though, to keep him off of him. Like, get off of me. Nice.
Cowboy taking the down. I know Oro.
And as long as Fighting Cowboy was alive, he was worth a lot of points there.
God.
I literally.
So many points.
This is it. This is.
And it is over.
Nope, couldn't score that last KO before the time.
Okay, no more gun. No more gunboat.
Okay.
There it is. And Fighting
Dude, your
Cowboy just
missile-
take.
That was amazing. How
Yeah,
did
that
I
looks
think
so
about
fun.
that At home, I mean, that.
Is hyped. I'm not sure what does. I mean, this
Yeah.
is
It is our
No, that looks
year.
fun.
and this has come so far
Yeah.
from. I mean,
Fast, and it's
fast,
in
but it's
turn,
not
also
too
weighty.
fast.
Right.
You can feel everything that you're putting on.
Armor Core 4, it's just so fast. Armor Core 5 was much slower and heavier.
When you're using everything.
Shay, when you let off that assault burst. So
Oh.
it's a brilliant tool. It can be used defensively. Can
So
be
when
used
you use
defensively.
the
I think we saw
burst, you
everyone
don't
here really
sacrifice
like
all of
tactics
your
in the high play today.
defense.
So what are the
That's
things
cool.
that, are that they're bringing back.
Back from AC5, I was just talking about assault.
Okay, I didn't know that the boost kick was in Armored Core 5.
You've got assault boost, aka overboost. That's back from Armored Core 2.
Huh.
You've got part dropping back from Armored Core 3. It's really all.
Yeah, the assault boost is not as fast as the overboost was. Overboost was like you're gonna take off like a rocket, but you're sacrificing your energy defenses for a bit.
He looks like he's ready to take this one.
He is.
But
Look. Boro's got something.
it's more manageable.
He's not leaving. Look at the Gatling gun layout.
Oh boy, they're team tanks with Gatling guns.
We've got an entire team of tanks rolling. If you guys love the MG1000 World Armored Core games, check this out. This new MG grenade launchers are called back to the GLL. Those of you who played Armored Core Nexus era,
The way it drives around,
but it still means
going
it
backwards.
shoots, three grenades each volley. So if you can home in on something, what can happen coming from Oro here?
And look at them utilizing the whole map here.
So they're going for build up stun or stagger with machine guns, and then once they're staggered, just unload volley of grenades. Except he's got melted.
Yes.
Sometimes Cowboy heading right back in with the overboost.
I'm loving the designs of the armor cores too.
He's honing right in. Stuck an obstacle there, but he still gets given the melee.
Kind of in between the mecha anime that inspired, you know, or around the time of things like the original Gundam. So like the early stuff of the realistic robot mecha anime, and just like, and between those designs and BattleTech, you got like, they're not walking tanks like in BattleTech. They're not slow, clunky walking tanks, big stompy ones, but they're still fast, but they have this industrial look to them that just looks so cool. Angular, slightly chunky, but still a little bit sleek. Ah, use the burst as a get off me.
So break locks.
Yeah. Spin at the torso with tanks now.
Oh my, he got him.
Okay. 360 degree torso rotation for tank legs.
Style is so different in here.
Markedly different. We have some running support a little more.
Though it does seem like they still have restricted mobility. They have to turn like a vehicle.
Dishing out as much. Just tenacious.
They're getting major.
So like on the ground, their rotation is slightly limited.
Down on them, you know?
Which is nice, you know, trade-off for high defense and the capacity to have highly damaging weapons is worse mobility. If you're fast enough, you can fly circles around them.
How is it going to look? Well,
Pinning with Oro just circling,
Oof.
circling, and then the full down.
Circle strafe around them.
Just stripped there. Now, one thing too, which ideally what they want to happen with those grenades.
Looks like there's no friendly fire, which is good. In a chaotic, you know, just crazy cluster that this can become, friendly fire would make that impossible to navigate. Jeez.
come together. This is amazing.
Yeah, see, this is what they were going for, is surround them, circle them, and just pincer attack from 3 different directions, constantly moving.
That was a
Stagger and then unload grenades.
Look how they're sticking together.
Interesting strategy.
They're trying to stick together.
Still a tight formation, just succinct, precise.
We got 30
And they're keeping it
seconds
kind of
left.
mid-range. That way they can hit most of their shots. It's harder to land those shots from far away. But if they're too close, then they can just get overwhelmed, as has happened already in this match.
We can get a couple last minutes. We got 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, and there it is. Team Baby.
Oh yeah, no. Ouroboros team totally won that.
And Oro is loving
Look at
this.
Oro.
The Gatling guns are going to get nerfed.
Feeling Oro's like, hey,
He's loving
it's
this.
my time. Right?
I know Oro does a lot to juice up his team. He does a lot to try to bring Chang and
That is
everybody
totally
in.
going to get
Get them into that
nerfed.
process. Getting
And
them
that's
in.
important,
It
too.
is. Yeah, so this is the good thing here.
He did say he had 5 different PvP loadouts. Let me see that here.
Through each individual part. If you want to go do Armored Core 4, coming back, revisiting us here in Armored Core 6.
Amazing. I love
Yeah.
hearing about the history
Before
of
Armored
these
Core
though.
4, you could not
This is great.
have
This
multiple
is-
loadout schematics. You just had to change the one you had.
My favorite Armored Core game before
Well,
this
no,
was,
that's not
was
right.
Raven, my number 1, but I'll tell you what,
It
this
just
is
wasn't
already-
as easy to use.
already taken its place.
See?
And I'm he's got to be feeling the heat a bit, but
Are they gonna do like 5 full matches or something?
I think he likes it. I think
Yeah, he likes
he's in his together with this team. And speaking of,
See, every time they
I
change
love
everything, that looks beautiful.
Here we go. We've got a
Okay.
heavily armed quad.
The red and white combinations in a red, in the red tinted arena.
I can't wait to see what he does with
But
that.
Team Green here, they're gonna be super visible. The highlighted green and purple.
AC 5BD we have. Don't they though? They do. It's got,
Hmm.
the counterweight. It's kind of got an alien design, a look to it. Again, going to work with the plasma rifles right.
And he's gone reverse joint, so he's going for aerial mobility.
You can just shoot like each plasma rifle. We might
Hmm.
see those
That
get used.
he's moving so
This is a cool
agile.
looking
Look at this.
weapon.
Look at this.
It's so smooth.
Act 2. Just a setup to really stack
Oof,
the line, keep
boost
opponents off
kick.
balance.
Finish.
It's just moving so.
Count out the reverse joint and their power of verticality.
Yeah, because if you see, every time he leaps, he gets a burst of speed and moves
He's
just so much
really
vertically.
using, like, all of the, you know, all of the
Just
map
grasshopper
verticality. And he's
jumping.
just going all over and making sure that he's covered. Big fan of this too. So let's see.
Man, this looks great though.
I was watching him during the steam. Oro getting a full
Ooh.
snap of grenades off. Fantastic.
Popping off.
Ouroboros, he plays kind of like I do.
He had it in him, and he's like.
Or at least like I have in the previous
Out there
ones.
to call the grenade launcher the problem solver.
He likes to have some really strong firepower
But again, the GLL
with quad legs,
fantastic work. I love it.
decent mobility,
My favorite weapons.
good armor,
And Oro caught in a little
and
bit of
relatively high, like medium high
outside,
firepower.
but he still gets out of it.
Definitely more my
It's easy
style.
to overextend your generator
Right.
cap here, but notice once again, but things are still fairly even here at the takedowns.
And as long as Ouroboros was alive, he was worth a lot of points for that KO.
But we still have an ample amount of time.
Get into that chaos and get into that havoc.
Hmm.
Oh,
This
the
is
crossfire was just beating around
beautiful.
again.
Ah, there's a full charge shot.
Charged up plasma.
Oh,
Ooh, got the stagger, went in for the boost kick.
Combos that we're talking about that
that
need
is
to happen.
beautiful.
Beautiful work.
Oh, but now he's getting melted because he got caught in a bunch of crossfire.
Pays for it. I think Oro's team is
Like,
doing wise to
ouch.
his game,
Oh,
trying to
so he's-
really,
they're
really
reading
punish
him.
these guys. We like to
And
see
this is a more confined arena than the previous one.
Oro getting bold,
A lot
trying to
less
take these
room
range shots
to
at midair
get really high verticality over the enemy team,
There they go.
forcing him to play a little more CQC.
And the longer you can keep yourself alive, no one's really had an issue with that lately. Or they
I
have to try
rarely
to
ran out of ammo in Armored Core 4 as well.
Sure he's freshly spawned, but he has got-
I think it happened maybe twice through my whole playthrough.
He is not afraid to show that kind of distinction here.
Whereas in Armored Core 1 and 3,
There is no stop.
and I think I played almost all of the third generation games except for
Getting himself clear, but
Last Raven and Nexus.
falls back.
I feel like
And,
also
like,
making sure your meter
jeez,
is
man.
over
Right.
In Armored Core 3
something that I
and
think a lot of players have to keep in mind. Oh,
forgot the other one.
We're in a bit of a just all times is best. Just get under that cover.
I forgot what the name of the other one, but yeah, it was Armored Core 3 and the follow direct follow up to that one. In those, I would run out of ammo relatively frequently. For certain
it feels like he's already like
or certain weapon types.
all of his moves, Oro's moves.
Hmm.
Oh, dang.
Wow, so much going on there in those last seconds.
Team Alpha.
That's three.
Wow. What do you think
This
about,
is looking so good.
how your teammates are feeling right now watching this?
It's
Obviously, my first focus is going to be playing through the campaign, right?
the broader
'Cause
community.
in doing so, I'm going to get a lot more parts that I can then use in PvP builds.
Guys at home, look, I hope you're
The thing is, our players
Okay.
are some of the best.
They are.
They are some of the best, and I think that seeing the community
like about it. There's a real weight.
So, yeah,
to
notice
your
where they're
series.
always floating.
And the cool part about that is you feel that in the vertical. Guys are as eager as we are.
Yeah,
to get into
I
this.
wonder how
Hey,
the emblem
I guess
customization is
I'm
going to be
waiting for you.
because
PvP,
I would
get
love
into
to
it.
put my logo into
we're
the
watching
game.
PvP live.
Hope I can just
and I can't wait
upload
to
my
talk to the
image.
players
That would be great.
because,
I know. We gotta hear their.
Like I said, they were trolling each other
They
on
were
Twitter
the whole
earlier.
time.
Or not Twitter, sorry, X.
I just
But
call
you
it
know
Twitter
what?
X.
Anyway, so let's join our players to get their thoughts on the match.
Let's dive.
Win? Oh, it's embarrassing.
Okay. No, that was a good fight, Cowboy. That was
No,
good shooting.
honestly, yeah, it was good.
Jeez.
Honestly, it feels amazing. That doesn't even come close to describing how it feels to actually.
Oh, right.
The
I think I
3v3
saw
is
this
absolute chaos.
going to be more than
It
just
was
one
good,
mode.
right?
Like, like objective.
We were calling out, screaming to each other in the room, like trying to focus different players.
Maybe
It was awesome.
maybe it'll be a more of an objective based like capture point.
I think I heard you from over the other room, dude. Yeah, so loud.
Keep this whole blood feud going.
Okay, yep, like I thought, a fifth
want
match.
Cowboys team run away with this Oro chain. You guys
I'm a salty run back here.
Oh boy.
We're gonna run this back.
Okay.
We're gonna run this
Okay.
back. We got the
I'm
time.
ready.
We're willing. We got the team here. Let's run it back. Get ready. Let's hear it. Guys, get hype.
Another best of 5?
Team fight
Holy
Cowboy
crap.
back in
It's a lot longer than I expected.
Let's settle this.
Want
Exactly.
my armored core to be.
Yeah, I believe she's a cosplayer, so
your homework on the
it
parts. Let's say you
tracks
got in the
that
internals, the generator,
customizing the
control
appearance
system, you got everything you want. You think
to
you got a weapon
your
loadout you want. Then things come
specific
with
wants
the
is
emblem editor.
definitely something
Anybody
that
who likes spending time in that, look, like the emblem editor
that
is the most
comes
robust it's ever been
with
in this
being a
version of
cosplayer.
AC. So I mean,
Beautiful.
if you love to spend hours just
I
man
love
here,
watching their tactics here. Let's
I
see.
like the way this
so
map
see
looks.
here, this is going to be really interesting.
He's very aggressive.
Oop.
He's one of the most aggressive players I've seen
I
so
can
far.
respect that. Cowboy just
Crazy.
not deterred. Not deterred. He zones in on speed. Back. Choose not to do the double hit.
Oh,
Zone in one more time.
good jump to dodge the retaliation shots.
Off a little bit. There's
So he's
the
just
great
going in.
combo from Oro. Causing players
Oh,
to
but then he got
actually
melted.
off his shield with Oro.
That's super.
It is.
Super
Oof,
awesome.
got blindsided there from the left side, or right side.
From the flank, but no one perfect example.
Right,
He might have had the
exactly.
stun, but it didn't
Just out of
matter.
range of that burst.
And check it out. Team Alpha to Beta's 108.
I do like how Stagger doesn't last too terribly long.
Some points.
Like, thank goodness, because having control taken away from you is one of the worst
With a ton of armor.
design elements in terms of game feel,
Tank just bleed AP. Well, it's already down in the thousands here.
Oh,
Look at
just
this.
in any kind of PvP.
Didn't go down before fighting Cowboy did?
right.
Did in the past.
I was wondering.
I do
about
like
that
how it
because
seems-
looks like it's quicker too.
Now, in
Wait,
previous ACs, of
okay.
course, there was
I like how it
lightweight
seems,
versions, heavyweight versions, and you've
the
got
standard
different classes with
laser
different
blade is a
types of
two-hit
blades here.
attack instead of just a single clunky swipe.
And look at this punishment.
I mean, sometimes in the older games, you would do a single sword swipe and get punished for it. Like, I've done a swipe and then got hit during the recovery animation. It's just... Yeah, melee was always difficult to use well.
Absolutely trading.
Always felt so limited.
Coming out the better 12 doesn't do it justice.
It's just
It is nice how
Oro was talking about this
how
earlier,
the
about how important your leg choice is. You know,
person doing the best becomes the high-value target.
destructive weaponry right now. Quads and tanks are perfect for that.
Let's advise the other team to
Give you a little bit less recoil.
kind
It's
of
very, very, very
focus
good.
down the best player.
It's very important to this game,
It is. It is.
especially with team battle. You know.
Oh wow, I didn't realize there was that much of a
Team leader.
point gap. Holy crap.
Like any signs of weakness. No. Oh, 5 seconds.
99 to 2020. That's a huge point gap.
The finish series going over.
Oh boy.
Fighting Cowboy.
Oh, I felt that one. I felt that one.
Did you led to the whole PHBB
I
forums?
love this
but-
Oh man, I remember Yahoo groups.
For PvP, I was shocked to even find out there was absolutely on fire here.
You are pretty vulnerable if you land with no boost energy.
Streets here.
Like you generally, I would say, would want to land with at least just a little bit of boost energy so you can then quick boost if you need to get out of the way of damage, you know, get out of the way of danger.
Assault armor, and he's about to take it down here.
Oh, he's.
Otherwise you'll eat a lot of damage.
He just, they collect with interest.
Oh,
With interest. Cowboy
ouch.
taking really down.
Kind of like in the Gundam Extreme Versus games,
Alpha to, like, 219,
where just,
141. Still
you know,
very fresh in this
landing leaves you vulnerable to eating big damage hits, until you want to
Hopefully Cheng and Oro trying to hold the fort until he arrives.
save some boost energy so you can quick boost if you need to get out of the way.
A little light, swinging with some heavyweights here.
That being so intense.
Right.
I love how the UI, like the reticle, has the meters on the sides to cue you off to your weapons reloading and ammo. That way you don't have to look away from center,
And I know that people were talking about that one.
or away from your target, that is.
Hiding Cowboy taking a slight break.
You get most, if not all, the information you need right there.
Using that assault boost. And we're over to in the water, trying to finish off the squad.
I think 5 minutes is a perfect time for these
perfect.
battles
It keeps things
because
intense, it keeps you involved, things don't drag out
Right.
too long, and it keeps that hype high.
Yes.
That energy that we
5-minute
want to
battles
see.
are going to be great for YouTube videos too.
Here, with Oro taking another 967.
Let's trim down,
watch him, like,
you know, and trimming out the time between matches.
Oro's
3 matches,
You know,
15 minutes, trim it down.
he likes his
Perfect
revenge.
length for YouTube. So a
Down but not out.
that basically first to 3 set
Let's see what
would
we
be
can make happen.
excellent YouTube stuff.
Oro with the fresh set of AP off his soul armor, waiting to go off here.
Ooh, gotta be
Full
careful.
stun
Gotta be
built
careful.
up, but he's able to get himself to safety, and now he's kind
Who knows? Maybe I'll see if I can find other
Oh,
content
no.
creators playing the game. Clean
Clean
ones, you know, safe for work content creators, where it's like do a creator plus, I don't know, viewers kind of matches.
But, you know,
Me and 2 viewers versus them and 2 viewers, stuff like that. That'll be kind of cool. Or if I can put together a crew,
support him right now, but it's just
you know, find 2 other players, and then challenge other crews of 3.
he's like, this is
Fighting Elb is much more focused this time, though. He's not as much smiles.
oh my gosh, 44 seconds.
And I think by
That's amazing.
he's keeping a bird's eye view and giving callouts to the rest of his team, it
See
seems.
something? You want to see something?
Like I said, being a commander. I don't think his respawn timer will let him contribute much more for the rest of the match. Well, Cowboy just got it's 2-0.
Najimine, Cleric, and Fighting Cowboy making a statement here at our first
Very, such a delight.
Team Alpha change
Here they go.
and getting mobile. And it
Here we go
sounds
again.
like- it sounds like Fighting Cowboys team suspected.
I'm all about this.
It did win last
For
time.
the heavyweight slugfest here. Getting that first kill and that first down.
Jeez, the way they keep trying to sandwich people
He's all
with
above
the
just raining down right now.
just rain of
Same hand.
Gatling gun bullets is crazy.
Right.
Oh, but he's getting circles ran around him.
Well, obviously
Yeah.
he's right above him too, and that's a critical thing. Just saw that happen right now, but wow.
Something I'm loving is how direct the gameplay is.
It's
not flashy for the sake of flashiness. I mean, it's flashy enough. There's enough stuff happening. But it's not like modern fighting games where they keep throwing in comeback mechanics, these crazy meter mechanics, and,
Oh, here goes,
you
here
know,
goes.
super attack animations and all sorts of stuff. Just it's chaos, but it's controlled chaos. And they do like slow-mos on kill shots in single player, and
Fight for him, you know?
There you go. There you go.
maybe they should stick with it.
You know, we gotta see that.
I was liking it, feeling that energy, trying to write that story.
Time that I see
So it seems it shows you the map you're going to be
decked out in
playing
all
on.
different designs. It
That
makes
way you
me
can
so
choose
excited
your
even more, because I'm
armor
one of those
core
crazy
accordingly.
people that just customize to
Having a chance to take a look.
I think it said member selection locked, so it's possible you may be able to set up a lobby where it rotates randomly the themes, which would be cool.
kind of
It'll be great for my streams.
Recenter, get set, but don't take too long. Aerial advantage. No, really, if you can, click the
I
ring.
love the dodging, like just
Yes, I agree.
Fighting
oof,
Cowboy will get
melting his
mixed here.
armor
Looks like
points.
it's paying off for him, just trading.
But he has so much to spare.
He never holds back.
He does
Very relentless, yeah.
paid off for him here. I mean,
The charge up time of the assault dash or assault boost made him vulnerable.
I think it's important to have somebody like that.
You gotta be careful about when you're doing that.
Run the ball down when the pressure's getting going. Good stuff.
Ooh, sniped.
Takes a clip, goes down.
And I think they all also feel it too, especially if he's so aggressive.
They do.
They get a little bit from the game.
It's a dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, assault boost right into a corner. Ah.
When I'm playing games. Oh, here goes.
Fighting Cowboy.
Okay, that looked like a boost kick. And with a tank, you just basically run over the enemy. Yep, like that.
Target he commits, he stays on.
Locked on. Air, it's still great. Oh, enemies are
But yeah,
rough.
with the way
A lot of hits here, and again, if there's
burst works, you're just better
I
off
think they just want to take them down like team captain.
going backwards.
It just feels like that.
You're just better off using it at least once before you die.
team captains and just really zoning in. 40 left on the clock.
Right.
Assault armor.
Especially since it doesn't decrease your defense at all,
Assault armor being both
like in the
defense also
Armor Core 4 and 4 answer. So that gives you more incentive to just use it.
No breaks at all.
Cowboy, he is just chased down.
Ouroboros showing that it's okay to retreat sometimes.
Name is Fighting Cowboy.
Man,
What's happening on the block here? Look, family, it's 2023.
Jeez, Fighting Cowboy's team brought that back. Oh, it looks like a tug of war because... Is it a tug of war? Can you... do the kills actually increase or decrease score?
What's gonna happen here?
No. No, you're just constantly gaining points for kills. Okay.
I want to thank you guys for going crazy out there.
Well, they just said something
We are
special.
about to have a
So,
totally unplanned, but totally hyped, but totally live.
a new review.
Special exhibition by request from you guys out there.
Oh, really?
1v1 on the way. You've seen plenty of team play the 3v3.
Okay, we get to see 1v1.
What's going to happen when you go to that 1v1 and just in that duel setting?
One-on-one would definitely be much more controlled than 3v3, but there's something about team-based play that just makes PvP more,
I'm all for it. I'm like,
you know, more palatable for more people.
That is what I want to see.
I'll probably still focus on 3v3 in my PvP, but 1v1 won't be bad.
Things are going down here. I love it.
1v1, let's go. This is what we want to see.
Okay, this is about what I expected. Fighting Cowboy versus Ouroboros, 1v1. Now, I don't know if his twin Gatling guns are going to work as well in a 1v1 situation. You're not going to be able to blindside him.
Let's go. Crazy. Okay.
I do feel like mobility will be much more important in 1v1 than in 3v3. Like in 3v3, being able to tank a lot of stuff, just dish out more punishment than you're taking, is the way to go. And in 1v1, being able to dance circles around the enemy will help break their lock.
It's just, oh, look at that.
In this case, but you were rewarded.
But you Fighting Cowboy trying to do what Ouroboros was using. Oh, and you just get quick rounds in 1v1. So it's 2 out of 3 to win the match. Okay, okay.
Micro adjustments as you're on your way to your target. I love that kind of gameplay. I love
2-minute timer on each round.
You know,
Interesting.
Conserving that as well.
So the action's fast. It's gonna happen real quickly, and then you get a small break between rounds.
Oh, he's going at him. Oh, they're face to face. Oh.
Yeah, he got that stagger.
Oh, no. This is like watching two samurais.
Oof.
Wow, and there is a
Okay, and then in 1v1s you get those slow-mo KOs. That's gonna be cool.
He ain't playing.
Wow.
You
Jeez.
guys wanted to see that.
You guys wanted it. You guys wanted it.
That was fast. Holy crap.
Man.
That was amazing.
There's something here for pretty much anyone.
And the variety is what I'm looking forward
So
to.
many options to
Hoping
play
it
in this
doesn't
game.
devolve into a
There's
centralized
something here literally for
meta
everybody.
too
And honestly,
much.
I'm looking forward to everyone dying a lot because I'm assuming that'll happen quite a bit, but that's okay.
Centralized
Learn
metas
to
just
build
kind
and
of suck the
adapt
fun
or
out of
really stick to
games a
your guns
lot.
and try to figure out a way to make your build work.
Well,
That's the great thing about
sometimes.
Armored Core. You can basically
Depends on what
make
side of the
it
meta you're
you
on,
want it to be.
basically.
There you go. There you
Being
go.
able
I think that's what's
to
drawing me in and a lot of people in
having
because,
such a wide
you know,
variety of parts, like
customization.
the PvE,
So
obviously.
vertical and
Who cares if there's a meta?
part of the foundation of this game. So
I'm gonna
that's great.
enjoy that to the fullest.
Canvas out there.
Going through the story, finding parts in the levels,
What's going on?
building my
Big dead energy.
best mech as the difficulty ramps up.
All of our guests and players today.
Okay.
Thank you to everyone at home for joining
Quite a
us.
showcase.
Thank you, Zealous, to tell us or just give us information.
A lot
on
more than I
all
thought
of
it
your
would
rich
be.
history and,
Heck of
you
a
know,
lot
can
more,
any of this
so-
works?
Yeah, hey, look, it's been a pleasure.
I look forward to this
Armored Core,
a
especially
lot.
the hardcore community has never been about any one person. Forums, community work. We're really looking
And
forward to
I
seeing
definitely
what
hope
you
that
guys do, where you take this
y'all in
from
my
here.
community here,
Come in
you know,
and see for the
small
first
but
time.
growing
Can't wait to
community,
see it out
can
there. I can't wait to see
enjoy
how
the game
you
along
feel
with
is
me.
one thing.
I'll be
But
getting it
I
on
love
PC.
this, to dig into it, fans new and old. It's just a
So if
fantastic
you
time
decide to
be
get
in
it as well,
that we
then
have wanted
definitely
for
can
so
play
long.
with
We
me.
didn't know it was going to be coming in the way it has, but get in there, love it.
1 week.
Love y'all, you guys rock.
1
Again,
week.
Shout out to everybody out there still making things happen. There's so many more that it's just hard for me to speak
But yeah,
to right now.
I
It's
often
just,
play with
incredible
viewers,
moment.
so
You guys have helped make all this
honestly,
possible.
every
Stay
stream
hang with
that I
us. We'll
play
catch
this
you out.
game,
Rock
I
it.
probably
feel
let
that
y'all
passion.
play with me.
Thank you, Zealous.
And
We
maybe we'll
hope you
start doing
enjoyed this
some
showcase of
off-stream
nations
stuff
and
in
the
the
first look at
Discord
our
as well.
live PvP of Armored Core 6.
August 25th. Oh, I can't wait. This is gonna be so good. So yeah, Armored Core 6 going to continue to be a large part of my channel going forward. Became my first video I did on Armored Core 6 became my most viewed video, and I think that's pretty awesome considering how I've already was excited for Armored Core since before. You know, the hype started really building up around it. So yeah, like, subscribe, you know, follow my channel, join my community in the Discord and in my weekly streams, because I'm going to be playing this, and I like to enjoy it with all of you. So let me know what you think about all the information and the gameplay we just saw in the comments below. You excited? You more excited after seeing this? Less excited after seeing this? Let me know. Let's get talking. And then also we can talk in the Discord as well. Alright, so this coming Saturday after this recording, so that's tomorrow at the time of this recording, I'm going to be streaming, playing Armored Core 4 Answer. I'm going to try to clear the whole thing. I've only played a few missions so far, so I'm going to try to go through the entire thing in one stream on Saturday the 19th. Let's see if I can get this uploaded before that. Got some editing to do, but yeah, join me for that as we, you know, have the hype train going. Keep it going all the way up until release. Alright, this has been Samuel Ray, also known as Dr. Sam. Thank you for joining me here at S-Factor Labs to witness this showcase, and I will see you next time. Have a great one.